This is an Asajj Ventress Legacy lightsaber. Legacy lightsabers are exclusively available from Doc Onder's Den of Antiquities at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge at Disneyland and Disney World. So let's take a closer look at this Legacy lightsaber, the Asajj Ventress lightsaber. Now, first of all of the Legacy lightsabers from Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, they come with the hilt and then also the outer box, which is made of plastic. So that's kind of the same for all of the Legacy lightsaber hilts. And they all come in kind of the same style box. The only difference is each hilt style has a different logo. So this is the one for the Asajj Ventress lightsaber. And also the color of the logo, or chevron, whatever you want to call it. The color corresponds to the blade color if you attach a blade to the hilt. Now, all of the Legacy lightsabers, they're sold just as hilts only, and you'd have to get a blade separately. Although the Savi's Workshop lightsaber blade is also compatible with all of the Legacy lightsabers, so if you already picked up one of those with your Savi's Workshop lightsaber, then you don't necessarily need to get another one. So that is a nice thing, the compatibility between the Savi's Workshop lightsabers and the Legacy lightsabers. So taking a little bit of a closer look, let's actually take a look at the bottom of the box. So what is kind of neat about some of these Star Wars Galaxy's Edge products is they don't have all sorts of kind of wording all over the box. It's meant to seem a little bit more in-universe, although this does clearly say that it's for ages 8 and up on the top. Other than that, we don't see like price tags and like stickers and other things on the top of the box. But if we do look at the bottom, we can see what it is. So here it tells us it's the Asajj Ventress lightsaber. And it gives, kind of some battery replacement tips and instructions. And then it also gives the price as well. So if we kind of move this back, it's a great display, like when you just have the box slightly open like this, it's just really nice that you can put your lightsaber on display immediately, even if you just have the box, but you can also close it up, for storage purposes as well. So if we take a look more specifically at the hilt, here it is. It's kind of got this candy cane-like style to it in a way with the grip section. So most of the hilt is this kind of dark gray, metallic gray color. And then some other pieces of the hilt, kind of to contrast the gray, are these black sections. So in the grip area, these are kind of a rubbery texture. And then in the emitter section, this is more, it seems like it's maybe a plastic. So that's a little bit different. We have this kind of claw-like thing at the top as well. The hilt, so it's interesting. It is a curved design, but it also is a little bit flattened out too. So that's pretty cool. Now the button to turn on the lightsaber is right here. So that's good. They identify that for you. You just slide this button up. Although it's not going to do anything unless you attach a blade, you guys. So I will do that later in the video so we can take a look at it when it's lit up. Now, moving down the saber, we do have the cover tech wheel on the bottom, which is compatible with the belt clips that they sell at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Now, if you'll notice, this cover tech wheel is a little bit thicker at the top. It just kind of went out. It became a little bit more blurry, but it's a bit thicker, so it doesn't necessarily work with some of the cover tech wheels, or cover tech clips rather, that you would get from different custom saber manufacturers and companies. So if you look at the thickness there. And then we have these two bolts at the bottom. So these two bolts kind of attach the pommel to the hilt. And if you need to access the battery pack, or if you need to swap this pommel out for a coupler, you would just need to unscrew these two things on the side. So it is a vented pommel, and that's, it's a sound saber, so it needs to be. But speaking of couplers, I'll show you guys the coupler. So what's neat about this Asajj Ventress lightsaber is if you do get two of them, you can connect them, and it comes with a coupler. So the coupler is just kind of hidden under this part of the box. So there's sort of this plastic molded piece right here that has some fabric on the top, to make it look kind of nice and decorative. And then beneath that, that's where we can get the coupler. So here's the coupler. I just have the one though, so I can't demo the coupler, but it pretty much, is just a coupler version of the pommel. So it's neat that it comes with that. That's not something that you have to get extra. So here's the hilt again. I think we've pretty much gone through all of it, so that means it's time to attach the blade. Everybody wants to see that, right? All right, so we'll attach the blade. There's kind of a spot, so each side has these two metal pieces, and you need to match, the bigger of the two metal pieces goes through one side and the smaller metal piece slides down the other. And it makes a sound that means it's registered the hilt, and so, or the blade, the hilt has registered the blade rather, and once we slide that down, then we just have to twist it a little bit, and then that locks it in place. So that's pretty easy. Let's turn it on. There's the red blade. That's kind of what it sounds like. See that nice kind of flash on clash? Looks like it's a little bit of a flash of yellow, so that's kind of neat. Alright, so this has been a look at the Asajj Ventress Legacy Lightsaber. It's from Doc-Ondar's Den of Antiquities, and that's a store at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge at Disneyland and Disney World, so feel free to comment below.